Hey everyone, happy Monday. Today is officially Mindset Monday, and today I wanted to bring you a little bit of a mindset tip that most people don't really think about. It goes perfectly with our theme for the week in our Back to Basics workshop series this week. We're talking all things mindset and how to really manage your mindset and manage your emotions, and why those two things are so super important when you are creating the life that you desire, right? So, one of the things that comes up a lot when I'm working with my clients is this concept of what they want versus what they're actually seeing happening in their lives, right? So they may want the relationship to be in a specific way, but they're receiving something completely different. Or maybe they want their finances to be in a very specific order, but they're receiving something that's completely different. And so one of the things that I ask my clients to do is something I'm going to ask you to do today. So I want you to think for a moment about one area of your life that you wish would be a little bit different. Maybe it's something you've been working on for a while. Maybe it's business, money, relationships, your career. Pick a topic, whatever topic is maybe a bit of a struggle for you. And then I want you to ask yourself this question: what are the negative consequences of you receiving that thing that you really want? So say for instance, you want more money, and you think about it and you say, okay, well, what are the negative consequences of me having the amount of money that I really desire? Now, at first glance, you might think, Lamisha, you're crazy. There's absolutely nothing that's negative about bringing in the thing that I really want, because obviously I want it so that I can have less stress, so I can feel better, so I can, have more freedom in life, right? But if you really nail down to the core of how you feel about that thing, you may find that there are some little, troubling thoughts or feelings that come up around that thing. So if you had the money that you desired, or if you had the relationship that you desired, or if you had the job that you desired, what are the negative consequences of that? So maybe you are asking for a very specific relationship, and you think about that relationship, and if you had that relationship, you realize that you would feel really vulnerable, that you would feel like, based on your past experiences, that you would be putting yourself in a position to potentially be hurt, right? So that might be a negative consequence. Or maybe you think about it and you think, well, you wouldn't have as much freedom, because right now you get to kind of come and go as you please, do all the things that you want, really only think about yourself. You don't have to think about another person, right? Let's say, for instance, money is the issue, okay? So if money is the issue for you and you're saying, but I really want this money and it's not manifesting for me, what are the negative consequences of that? Maybe you're a big giver, and if you had more money, you would just give it all away, right? Or maybe you are used to taking care of other people, and so if you had the funding, then you would be, again, overcompensating and taking care of all of the people around you, and you really wouldn't be able to keep anything for yourself. So by not having that thing, you are really protecting yourself, okay? So there's a lot of really sort of sneaky little beliefs and fears that can be underlying our desires. And the really cool thing about this whole mindset thing is that we don't really get what we're asking for. We get what we believe and what our sort of energetic output is. So if there is a little belief below the surface that says, hey, if I had that thing, then it would mean bad things for my life, then you're not going to manifest it, because the ego doesn't want you to be hurt, right? So in order to overcome those negative consequences is we really need to understand what they are and start proving them wrong. And sometimes it's enough to just look at it and say, that just doesn't make any sense. Of course I want a partner. Of course I want a relationship. Yes, I'm not going to have as much freedom, but I'm going to have so much more in its place, right? So it really is all about the belief system and looking at what are the things that we really believe to be true about receiving all the things that we desire. So I want you to do this exercise, and I want you to do it for yourself and see what comes up for you. And if you're brave enough, I would love to hear what negative consequences come up for you. I remember when I did this exercise for the first time, and I thought, there's no negative consequences to having all of the amazing success that I want in my business. But when I got down to it, I realized, yeah, there were. And at the time, it was, I wouldn't have as much time for my family. I wouldn't have as much freedom. And one of the really scary ones is that if I had all the success that I really wanted, or I thought that I wanted, that somehow it would be putting my relationship in jeopardy and that I might lose, everything that I love in my family and my relationship. And so that was a really big one that I had to overcome in order to really step up and upgrade and up level in my business. So it's a really, really important exercise. And I think that you'll find it's really interesting to see what kind of lies beneath the surface, even though verbally you're saying, this is what I want, this is what I desire, right? So I want you to do the exercise, jot down some of your negative consequences, and then shoot me an email. Respond to this email and let me know what comes up for you. Does it feel true? And maybe we can work through a couple of those together, okay? I can't wait to hear what comes up for you. And of course, I wanted to let you know that Wednesday we are going to be talking about this specific thing. How do we overcome the beliefs that are holding us back? And this Wednesday, we're nearing the end of our workshop series. And this is probably one of the more important ones. I mean, I think that they're all important, of course, but this is the piece that so many people miss, which is the mindset piece. So if you haven't attended any of them, don't worry. You can still attend this one and get so much value out of it. Again, it's a 2-hour session. The first hour is roughly teaching. However, this one is probably going to be a bit more coaching because it is all about mindset. And then the second half is typically asking questions, diving into your own beliefs, coming up with, clearing beliefs that are typically troublesome for a lot of people. So it's a really interactive call. Of course, you'll receive the recording, and this week there is another bonus. So if you sign up for the workshop this week, you will also receive a free mindset assessment call with me. Now, these mindset assessment calls are really an opportunity for me to help you drill down to the biggest, hairiest, ugliest belief that you are struggling with in one particular area of your life and to help you clear that and basically give you a blueprint to manage it and move forward, okay? So if this sounds like something that you would love to do, if there's any area of your life that you've been struggling with, that you've really, really been trying to overcome and for some reason it just isn't moving, I highly recommend that you sign up for this call. Again, it's $35. You also get the bonus call, the recording, and some really amazing content and support on the call. So I hope that you'll join me. And even if you choose not to join me, I highly encourage you to do this exercise, highlight what your negative consequences are, and then start looking at them, because I guarantee once you start looking at them and you kind of air that out, they're not going to be as scary as you think, and you can start manifesting the things that you desire pretty quickly, okay? I hope that this message finds you well and that you're having a great Mindset Monday. I can't wait to talk to you again soon, and I hope you have a great day. Bye, guys.